Thank you for taking some time for yourself, and you can wonder as you slump there like a poorly folded piece of laundry whether your lungs have finally realized they don't need a written invitation to expand. I'd like you to begin allowing a breath to go all the way down, past the throat that's been tight with important words, past the chest that's been holding the world's breath, all the way into the belly. And as that occurs, you really can't help but notice how much effort you are spending just to stay rigid. Perhaps noticing that as you exhale, your shoulders are finally dropping an inch, then two, almost as though they've finally resigned from their job as ear warmers. And that's all right. All that really matters is this heavy, sinking feeling. I want you to enjoy this experience of being a dead weight, because it's the only thing you're required to be right now. Now, of course, I don't know for sure what you're experiencing in that busy, buzzing head of yours, but perhaps you're noticing how much time you spend holding your breath, waiting for the external world to give you permission to exhale. I wonder if you've ever noticed how you carry your to-do list in your jaw, as if clenching your teeth will somehow make the market move faster. And you can wonder what it's like to realize the world is spinning just fine without your muscular assistance. And I want you to notice something that's happening to you as you think about that need to control things out there. Have you begun to notice that itchy, restless vibration in your legs? Kind of like a car idling at a red light that's never gonna turn green. And I'd like you to let yourself become more and more aware of where that external anxiety has been squatting in your body, rent-free, making your pulse race for no good reason at all. I would like you to discover something about that racing pulse. One of the things I'd like you to discover is the cute little delusion that if you just stay tense enough, you can prevent a disaster 3 towns away. It appears that already your unconscious is starting to find it a bit funny. The idea that your tight lower back is somehow holding the global economy together. You already know how to be a martyr for problems that aren't even yours yet. And I want you to notice something that's happening to you now. With your permission, you can just stop, take a massive, ridiculous breath in, hold it until it's almost annoying, then just let it collapse. I wonder if you'll enjoy how naturally, how easily all of that external importance just leaks out of you like air from a punctured tire. It's so nice to know that you can just be a sack of bones and skin for a moment, and the sun will rise tomorrow. And while you wonder that, I want you to discover that you can watch your stressed self from a very comfortable, very distant armchair, almost as though that person is on a television screen with the volume turned all the way down. You can watch them huffing and puffing, and you can be pleased that you aren't in that movie anymore. The drama is a pixel, and you are the vast, cool space around it. Now I'd like you to have a new experience. I wonder if you'll be curious about the fact that you can turn that world into a slow motion silent film. Perhaps beginning to notice that when it's slow and silent, it's actually quite boring. And as that occurs, you might even find a special kind of enjoyment in your ability to yawn at the very things that used to make you sweat. And I want to remind you of something that you probably already know, which is that your best work happens when you're actually relaxed enough to think. I'd like you to begin allowing a memory of total cool-headed competence to surface. One of the first things you can become aware of is the steady, slow beat of your heart in that memory. That is your internal locus. It doesn't beat for the world, it beats for you. And you will be surprised at how that internal beat can become a heavy, golden rhythm. I wonder if you'll enjoy how naturally it spreads, warmth into your cold hands and tight feet. It's very positive and comforting to know that this internal rhythm is much louder than the world's noise. I think you're going to enjoy being surprised that you can actually feel your bones getting heavier with every internal pulse. And sooner or later, I don't know just when, you'll be in a crisis next week. I wonder if it will surprise you when you notice yourself taking a long, slow breath while everyone else is gasping. You'll be fascinated and feel a strong compulsion to just stay heavy and centered, watching the external circus from your internal throne. Later, you can do this whenever you feel that external pressure. Your body will automatically take a deep belly breath, and that will probably remind you that you are the one holding the remote. And now, you know better than anyone that it's time to stop being a passenger in your own head. I would like you to appreciate the fact your unconscious mind is already beginning to pack up the circus of the day. And while you wonder when the room will return, you might find a certain amusement in the way the colours of the walls seem a bit sharper and the air feels a bit fresher, as if you've just stepped out of a crowded room into a cool evening breeze. I wonder if you'll be pleased to notice the feeling of your feet firmly on the floor, connecting you to the only place you actually need to be. And you begin to wonder when your eyes will decide they've seen enough of the inside of your eyelids, perhaps sooner than expect. A small smile might find its way onto your face, and that smile will be the signal that your internal CEO has officially resumed their post. Give yourself the opportunity to stretch, feeling the energy zip through your arms like a quiet current. And as your eyes flutter open, you really can't help but notice that you're back, wide awake, annoyingly calm, and entirely in command. Take a few deep breaths, stretch out, wriggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.